black men, Asians, Christian, Muslim, single, married, wise men, and, well, really, really dumb ones. But let me tell you something. Every single one of them has enough money to buy whatever the heck money can buy. And that's a good thing, for me at least. And no, I'm not a trashy chick. I am really picky with my clients. I am what they call a quality woman. Let me elaborate on that a little something. The men, though, they become so self-absorbed because of the wealth, thinking they're untouchable. And when I'm with them, they make sure I am too. Which is kind of like insurance, really. Just like any other job, we too need to walk on solid grounds. After all, I do consider my profession, well, a profession. I don't like the word prostitute, or the word hooker, or whore. Call girls acceptable. But what I am is a sex worker. Worker, right? Steady income, long hours, well, longish. Pay my tax. Well, no, I don't pay my taxes. But whose fault is that? Society is so narrow-minded, calling it pollution. I'm telling you, I earn my income fair and square, which is more than I can say for most of the guys I work on. But let's not get into that. Anyway, the first question people ask me, apart from how much, is how did you become a sex worker? It was about 8 years ago. I was at university. Yes, university. I was studying biology. Sometime at the start of second year, I got a notice from the bank saying that they'd frozen the goddamn student loan. I had to find another way to pay, so I started waitressing. But hell, that paid so little, I could barely afford to feed my cat. I had to pull myself together and make a plan. So I wrote down a list of all the things I was good at. Biology, but what kind of job can you get with a useless half-degree in biology? Acting, cross that out. That seems to leave waitressing. And then there was this last thing that I was, well, am really, really good at. Yes, that. really angry at the time and quite desperate, so I looked it up online. The money some of these women were asking for was off the charts, but I knew that I'd be on a lower wage because I was a beginner, so I went to a girl in. She hooked me up with a guy who knew a guy who could do something to help. But let me tell you, working in the sex industry under the supervision of a douche is not worth it. And when there's lots of girls all working for the same guy, it's every tigress for herself. I knew I had to become more independent and keep more than 10 measly percent of my wage. So, I did my research and started advertising myself online, on classy websites. And it was really expensive, but it was a form of investment. And damn was it worth it. I started getting more and more clients, even men I saw in the newspapers. And most of them became regulars. This, however, can sometimes be a problem. There was this one guy, Josh. 2 kids, divorced, remarried, a billionaire. However, he had an issue with words. He was a silent guy. He never really said anything. Isn't that right, Josh? Exactly. Now, what you do in these situations is you take over the lead and lead the way. However, that can be confusing for some because they tend to create fantasies when they're with me. And that's only because their wives tend to crush their imaginations to the ground. So one day, Josh had come over to my apartment for his regular Tuesday night. We sat at the table, drank a little wine, I pretended to laugh at his little jokes. And at some point, I stood up to lead us to the bedroom. He stopped me and said, "Can I ask you one more thing?" So naturally I said anything. But that turned out to be the biggest mistake of my life. Do you know what he asked me to do? That sick, disgusting, crazy pervert. Why are men so stupid? He asked me to kiss him. Well, I just got really angry. I lost control and threw the bastard out. I mean, it may cause some bad business for a while, but a kiss? They all know the rules from day one. I make sure they do. But he broke his promise, so he had to go. Many ways will miss the good old days. It's quite a sad story, really. I mean, I did lose a couple of